Marcus, commiserations. What are your reflections on tonight's game?
We've got another chance next week. Swindon, all or nothing game. You know, we both teams have to win to go through. So that's the positive side of it. I think West Ham deserved their win. There's no doubt about that. I think you can say the team that won it, they've been together, played together every day, training. That wasn't the case, I suppose, with our boys. You know, they train in the same complex, but very rarely with each other. So for those guys to show what they can do, or show what they can't do, which was the case with 1 or 2 tonight. So yeah, it's a tough one to take at the moment, and it's time to reflect. But you know, I think you can tell that those guys are top of the Premier League, Division 1 or 2. I'm not sure which is, sorry, 2 at the moment. And why they were impressive, I thought they did okay.
Perfect start for you, and they didn't create too much in the first half, but how much did that penalty give them a lift right on the stroke of half time?
Yeah, it does help, doesn't it? I'm not sure what it was and not. I've looked at it a couple of times. Yeah, I'm not too sure. You know, I've seen him given, I've seen him not given. So referee's take on that is what he saw. And it's a good penalty. So you know, you like to think you're still in the game. It does take the stuff out of you a little bit. You know, we worked very hard without the ball. There's no doubt about that. It wasn't for a lack of trying, but you know, to do that for most of the game is tough to do. And you know, the result was fair. And I think they're a possession-based team who actually worked very hard and worked as a team as well. I don't think they were all about with the ball. What I saw, they were a bunch of young lads. They were quite aggressive and were pretty good at defending. So tough night to take. There'll be 1 or 2 lads hurt in there. There'll be a lot of pride. Your pride's hurt. You know, when you play against young lads, especially when you're senior players. Obviously, there's 1 or 2 young lads involved in the team as well for us today. You know, your pride's going to be hurt a bit tonight, and tomorrow morning when in the cold light of day, you know, it's going to be hit home a little bit more.
Will you analyse this game as much as you perhaps would for a league match, or is it something you sort of draw a line under fairly quickly because there were so many changes?
I think we would try and draw a line under it quickly anyway, purely because we've got in the game on Friday. There's not a lot of time to reflect. You know, you will tonight and we will tomorrow morning, no doubt about that, and look at 1 or 2 things. But you know, when you've got another project coming up so soon, you know, it's tough to think about what's gone on. You've got to get your mind to the next game. So I said we're not at the cup, which is the great thing. It's not a knockout competition as yet. Next week is a knockout competition. It's the last game we have to win. So and we're at home. So it's a balancing this Friday, next Wednesday, and then obviously next Saturday. So it's this Friday as it stands, and we'll go from there. But there's no doubt that there was some disappointing performances out there. There's no doubt about that. But they're proud lads up there, and no one wants to not play well. And it was not for lack of trying. It's more probably possession based this evening, I would say. But they got a training session to get rid of it get rid of that feeling on Thursday, and they've got a game on Friday because you know I'm sure 1 or 2 of them will be involved in that game, if not playing or starting on the bench. There's no doubt about that.
Is that the big disappointment for yourself and Darryl, that having made so many changes and asked a few of the fringe players to put their hands up and give you something to think about ahead of Friday, perhaps they just couldn't quite grasp that opportunity?
Obviously, you got one eye on Friday, you know. So it's with not a big squad, with 1 or 2 little injuries that we've got to players. It's tough to risk every one of your team. You know. Obviously, Cinco started Saturday, so did Tom Nichols. Dan Ledbetter did as well last Saturday. You know, but if you risk all of them, and you might get 1 or 2 injuries. So, you know, did we get it right? No, I suppose we didn't, because we didn't win the game. But yeah, again, you've got to give players a chance as well, and to show what they can do, and you've got to let them show what they can do and let them prove sometimes what they can't do. And I think that was more the case tonight. But we've had a lot of games. I think that was our 21st game this season. Is that correct? You've had a lot of games this season, so you've got to utilise your squad. That's what you have to do. But these guys are a resilient bunch, especially the first team lads. The lads that came in, you know, we know what they're about really in the next game or two that they play, because you know people will get another chance, because that's how we work.
Just finally, you said you would love a cup run this season.
Yep.
You've got Notts County on Friday, going superbly well under Kevin Nolan in League Two. So it's a big ask, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And like I say, you can't expect a first team to play tonight and then a whole first team to play again Friday and get the same energy levels. You might do, you might not. But in my knowledge of being around the game a while, it's tough to do. You know, we'll have a good squad and a good look at what they do, which I know anyway, and then we'll see what we've got on Friday. But you know, it's going to be a tough game again, because they're full of energy. They're an aggressive team, and they're top of the league for a reason.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. No worries.